Good morning, students. We are going to start about the some practical examples of Java. So last day we have discussed about data types. Now let's see some examples that how to implement the Java program. Let's see the very first program. I have created a class exam. So in the class I have created a main method, taken some integer variable, and very simple. I have assigned two values. A is assigned to 12 and 14 is assigned to B, and then I'm adding A plus B and printing the value of C. So you all know that the output will be 26. Now instead of this int A, if I am writing byte, just remember that I have told you about the data type. There are four integral types: byte, short, int and long. So the difference of all is what? Byte is holding 1 byte, short will hold 2 byte, int will hold 4 byte, and long will hold 8 byte of memory. So instead of int A, if I am writing byte A, byte B and byte C, what will happen in the same program? So you will say that 26 is within the range of 1 byte. So it is not, it is going to show you again 26. If when you will execute this program, you will see an error will come. Look, there is a term used in Java, type safety, and type safety is a very used term. What is the meaning of actually type safety? I am telling you, might be many of you will not understand right now the meaning of type safety, but yes, you need to take care, and slowly you will get to understand that what is the actual meaning of type safety. Type safety means the programming language which is type safe, in which most of the errors caught by the compiler. Look, if I am asking you which error is easy to identify, compile time or runtime, the simple answer, very simple answer from the BTech graduate, I can easily receive that the compile time error is always easy to identify. If you will discuss about C, let's suppose I have taken an int A and printing the value of A, what will printed? A garbage value, because you have not assigned any value, but in Java there is no concept of garbage. If you have taken int A and you are printing the value of A, an error will come, because Java is a pure type safe language. Java says that if you have taken a variable, you have to use it, you have to assign some value. If you are not assigning the value, I am going to produce an error. So in Java, if you are going to add 2 byte and going to assign onto the third byte variable, Java is going to produce an compile time error. Why? Because in some of the case, it might happen that after adding 2 byte variable, it is going to increase the size of a byte variable. Java says that please be careful, if you are going to add 2 byte variables, you cannot assign it to a byte variable. Then you have to take int, short, whatever, more than byte. So that you need to take care. That is going to ask inside the interview that what will happen if I am going to add 2 byte variable and going to assign that byte variable into third byte variable. Definitely that is a compile time error, and I have told you in the previous session that it is very mandatory that when you are saying error, which type of error is this? Is it a compile time or is it a runtime? So very precise while you are saying this is an error, that you are saying about compile time or runtime. So this is a compile time error Java is going to produce when you are going to add 2 byte variables and assigning to a third byte variables. So you can add 2 byte variables, but you have to assign int or some other data type. Let's see second example. Forget about this example, you will get to understand. But what I'm saying that if you are going to take a float variable in Java, like float a equals to 10.24, b equals to 10.24, float c equals to a plus b, and you are printing the value of c, again Java is going to produce an error. Don't think about type safety here. The question arises, why float is a data type supported by Java, then why Java is going to produce an error here? Look, by default Java is a very good language. Java by default uses double precision, whereas float data type is of single precision. Now, when you are going to take float a equals to 10.24, float is going to say to the compiler that please allocate single precision like memory. But by default, Java uses double precision memory, and here ambiguity will arise and error is going to come. Now, what is the solution of it? That you have to define to the compiler that yes, I know that double precision is a very good option. Java uses double precision, but I want to take single precision value. How you will say to the compiler? Whenever you are going to declare a float type variable like float a equals to 10.24, then you have to postfix capital F or a small f in front of that variable, in front of that value. When you will take f after the value, then compiler will easily understand that I have to take single precision value, not the double precision value, and the error will not come. Same happens with the case of double, but by default, because Java uses the double precision value, you do not need to write small d or capital D after the value. Like you are seeing in my example that I have taken D. That D is not mandatory to write. The reason behind Java by default uses double precision value, and writing this D is not required. But if you are going to take a single precision value, then it is mandatory that you have to append f in front of the value. So that you need to always take care while you are using float data type in Java. So these two things that you need to take care while you are using Java. Now all the operators supported in C, C++ is also supported by Java. Like arithmetic operator, relational operator, bitwise operator, unary operator, ternary or conditional operator, logical operator. These all operators is going to be supported by Java programming language. And the syntax is very similar. Nothing you have to bother. Just you need to take care. Like you were using in C. I can give you the example of all, but I don't want to waste the time on these examples because nothing is new over here. You just need to follow the syntax of Java, and operators are very similar. Java is a very used language. So I would like to request all of you that please practice how much you can do. Facing problems, do ask in the doubt clearing session from your faculty, and I don't think so you are going to face any problem. Use internet for resolving your issues. Control statement, again I'm telling, this is very similar to what you have used in C, C++. So what is the meaning of sequential control statement? That you know that the execution of programs flow from a sequence, one line, second line, third line, and so on. What happens in conditional control statement? In conditional control statement, the all lines of program is not going to be executed. Some lines are based on certain condition, and for conditional control statement you uses if else, nested if. Exactly same syntax, no difference at all. Even syntax is also same like C, C++. Just you need to practice this all things in Java. Iterative and loop, again when you want to execute your task again and again till the specified condition is true, you use iteration. Syntax is same. All loops are same, for, while and do while. Working is very similar. No difference at all from C, C++. So I assume that you must know about these all basic things. Even in switch case is very similar, no difference at all, syntax is same. So I would like to request every one of you that in this week at least create 40-50 programs which are based on these all things, which are based on sequential, conditional, iteration, switch case, just for your practice. If you will practice, you will find Java is a very interesting language. Now there are certain differences that I want to say you here. Tell me what happens while you will execute this program in C language. I am going to execute this program in C language, then hello will come, because C always produce true if the value is non-zero and produce false if the value is 0. That we all know. But in Java, what will happen? In Java, this is going to give you a compile time error. Why? In C, C++, both the case hello will come. But in Java, a compile time error will come. Why and how? Because Java supports a data type Boolean. In C, C++, Boolean data type was not there. And because Boolean data type was not there, For computing true and false, C or C++ uses the concept of zero and non-zero. If the value is non-zero, it is going to produce true, and if the value is zero, it is going to produce false. But in Java, because there is a data type Boolean, Java does not treat non-zero as a true and zero as a false. Java says that you have to specify a particular condition. You have to write true, false, or you have to give a condition. If you are going to write like this, this is a compile time error. So you can check it out. The same thing will happen in your compiler, I am pretty sure. Now, Boolean, how you can create a Boolean variable. So Boolean is a data type. You can take any variable name. Is Java fun? You can take any variable name. Then you can assign true, false, and then if you will SOP means whenever I'll use the term SOP, you have to assume system.out.println. In first case it will print true, and in the second case it will print false. So rest everything is remain same. That was the new thing, small thing that you need to take care while you are studying Java, that the Java does not support zero and non-zero like concept for true and false. But rest all the things are same. So I would like to request all of you that create at least 50 programs based on the control statement. All the control statements are very similar, and please practice how much you can do. So thank you very much for today's session. Thank you.